Welcome back. Still discussing attending to the needs of aging parents. This takes me to the next question. So now, what is our responsibility to our aged parents? We're not old yet. We're working towards that. Okay. What's our responsibility to our old parents? Because I believe some of us have old parents. Though I've lost mine, and off and now, but so.
Okay, I'm lucky to have my parents, and I know I'm privileged to have them in the present society we have that doesn't even give much provision for the elderly. There's no security, we know that.
Too sad.
So we those of us who still have our parents are grateful to God for that.
Exactly.
So my responsibility to my parents is just from the idea of when I was young, they took care of me.
Yes.
It is expected that I reciprocate
I'm glad
the
that
same thing.
Personalize it. So yes, go on.
It is important that I reciprocate the same thing to my parents when they need me most. Even without them asking, it's a duty. I don't need someone to tell me this is what I have to do. It's just a normal thing that happens in a circle. And some people might say, oh, what about me if my parents neglected me when I was young? But then again, it's still your duty. You owe it to them for you to get the blessings that you deserve. To every old person around you, it doesn't have to be your parent. In as much as they are old enough, they've gotten to that age where you know they need younger people, they need to trust people. It is your duty to actually be a good person around them, to help them with the things that they need.
All right, thank you so much.
And luckily too, I still have one of my parents around. My mom is about 94 years old.
Glory, mine died at 94 as well.
About 94 years old. And we'll find out what's my role, what's my responsibility.
Exactly.
One, to make sure her well-being is guaranteed. Oftentimes, we find out I need to relate with her. And I discovered, this is practical experience, I found out that it is not often what I think she needs or is required that she desires. The mistakes many of us make, I have sent money, I have sent food stuff, you are living in a place, you have a maid taking care of you, but we have always quarreled. And what is the quarrel? Call me every morning. Call me every morning.
Yeah.
If I don't call today and I don't call tomorrow, it will ask me,
worried.
When last did you call me? When last did you call me? So you find out that my responsibility now is to be able to meet up with her desires.
Yeah.
I should be able to look at what is her personal desire.
If you cannot visit on daily basis, at least that call. Yeah.
She will need my visit, but she wants to hear my voice on daily basis. Yeah. And maybe because of this topic, I actually have discovered that I can still do more.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong in doing at least once video call a day. We'll talk about it and makes her happy, and you just find out that she's happy.
She sees your face, you see her too.
Face and that. Oftentimes she has always told me, say, I have my money. And truly, you find out that some of our aged parents, they still have money.
Yeah.
But they will want you to be responsible enough to do that. Like I actually shared.
Show that concern.
Yes. I have an uncle by proxy. He's rich. He has enough money. But we're talking about one or two things that he needed to do. And he kept saying, it is the children that must do it for him. He is rich. He is the one that needs it. But the children should do it for him. And what is it we're talking about? Just the common solar panel and that will not cost. When I say this man is rich, I know he's rich.
Yeah.
But he insisted that the children must come and do it for him. And the children came together, they did it for him. But
I'll be happy.
To my amazement, when it was powered, he called me and said, I'm in small London. Day and night and I asked him, so why have we not, I asked myself and asked him, so why have we not done these things? So you find out that our responsibility, one is to cater, to take care, make sure they are well-being, but best of it all is to be able to look at what are the one they desire, so that we'll be able to meet up with it.
So that means constant asking them, Mama, what do you really want?
Yes.
If you're not able to observe what they need, you can ask them. Like you mentioned there, yes, so most parents now have money on their own, they labor for. But when they train their children, put them in strategic positions, they want that children, like what your uncle did. He just want the children to take that responsibility.
Yes.
Not that does not have the money, but to know that I have trained you to take care of me. at an old age.
And some of them will not even do it for themselves because they feel it's the duty of the children.
Exactly. That is what your uncle did. He just felt, at this stage, my children should take care of this. I labor for them. It's then time for them to reciprocate, to return the labor, so to say. That is the mind, the belief. Even me, I told my children, I am not looking for you now. But you know what, you are working, the two of you that are working, every month, send something. Even if you tag it as a recharge card to mommy, I don't really need that. But it shows me that. Are you getting what I'm saying? Exactly. That's exactly what we're talking about. Because some children would just feel, Mama get anything. What does he want? In fact, she wants to give me. And you think, that's not really right. So we need to do things the way they're supposed to do. We're talking to youths. But most youths now, once they leave house, they abandon their mother. Those who don't even know that their parents don't even have enough, they won't even bother. They are married, also married now, so you now face your wife and children alone. And don't have responsibility. What about your mother at home? Who gave you life for you to have responsibility? You still have to remember, you have parents. No matter how small it is, on a monthly basis, send something to your parents, reach them, call them. Now that we have phone here every year, always make sure you speak with them. Hearing your voice alone, as engineer said, it's enough. They'll be satisfied. He said, just 2 days ago, when last did you call me? That will be the question. So let us avoid that question. Okay, so another question says, but how can we tell our elderly parents that they need help? Some people will tell you, I don't need help. But sometimes you find that he's becoming weak, like parents that are farmers. Like my father was a farmer. And we found out that the farms, he cultivates about 4 acres with some laborers. And he continued doing almost 80. So we said, no, you have to stop. You are growing older, you need to stop. He told us that if you stop me automatically or abruptly, I may not survive. That word shocked us. I'm talking about my own father. We said, okay, what are we going to do? We're not going to stop you completely because we're already sending money to you. So what are you doing with 4 acres, only you? Okay, what are we going to do? Reduce to 1 acre or even 2 plots. So that since you to keep yourself still busy. So what I'm saying in effect, he didn't know that that he's supposed to stop. He just felt that I'm still working since he's still moving because he's actually a very energetic person. And so sometimes, so how do we now find some of these things? Even when our parents do not think that it's important, how do we find it out from them?
Okay, I think as their children, you've lived with them, you understand them best because you are in the close knit. You know what. So they might tell you they are strong enough to do everything. They can tell you they can still handle things.
Exactly.
Most parents, especially those people that are used to working every day, they don't want to sit in their place. They want to keep doing everything and showing you I can do everything in my house for myself. But every once in a while, it's expected that everybody
cooking and pounding food. Mother, you must use mother to pound food. If you say, let me buy you yam pondo, no, so that one is not smooth enough. I want to use I must use water. You know, these are things we're talking about. They still want to use granny stone to grind pepper. And meanwhile, can just put it in blender, bring is out, you know. Some of them are still like that. So, no, I can do it. No. Mama, let us change this one for you. No. So how do we now convince them that this is... But sometimes when you... Because my mother also did that. But when you now find it, say, just I don't grind them. I say, yes, it's finished now. And no need of pepper entering your eye. Oh, pepper, no more anymore. Because the blender is covered, you know. Before they started... so we really need to find out and let them understand. Okay, so...
Over time, like she has said, because we grew up with them, we know them, we understand their languages. Close association will definitely be our own support to be able to relate with them and tell them, look, even when we want to detach them from their basic responsibilities, what we first of all, let's key in. Mama still want to grind. Get somebody to help Mama grind. That they still want to do to hire laborer. Let's go to the farm together.
You will sit there with
we will see that, you know, it's going to work with them. You understand that, but at least now they are going to talk part of the day because you and I know that we don't even need the proceeds from the farm, but because of him, we need it. Like just like the error that some people make. They say, I want to take care of Mama. You want to pull her off from the village, bring him to Lagos. Children have gone to school. Mama is sleeping.
Nobody alone.
4 hours,
alone.
6 hours in the house. Mama, go and eat. I'm not hungry yet. You understand it? And how do you want that? So with close association, let's be able to key in. We aid them the things that they want on their own.
Yeah.
So we support them, give them. If mama still want, like my mom, my mom still believe nobody can wash her clothes clean.
Can you imagine? I'm 94.
Up till now, 94. You still see mama. There's nothing wrong. When we go home, what we do, it becomes fun. We sit our chairs down. Mama sits down. We are washing together. Wash, transfer. Everybody wash. Even the babies. They watch, you understand? It becomes fun. Whatever we are doing.
Transfer.
Yes. So you find out that we should be able. So that's how we should be able. One, we should be close enough. Then we should make it a responsibility that we have to aid what they want to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need to do the research too on our own. For
Yes.
example, technology makes life easier for us, and we are privileged to know all of these things because we are younger. So they don't know how these things function. So it is our duty to teach them and let them see that it is still the same thing. The pepper you are grinding on that grinding stone is still the same thing that will come out from blender, and it's even faster and neater and tighter.
And even smoother.
Do you know where we have the challenge? You could grind with blender today. Mama will say that thing changed the taste.
You are right, oh.
Do you understand it? When we got a place for my mom, what we did, as I was just coming, we bought a lot of things. Bought the fridge, bought the blender, bought everything. We said, okay, Mama, live here. At least, though in the village.
Teach her how to operate it.
You can operate it. Mama will still take some certain need that this one with grind, this one is still better. That it will not, even when you tell her that it will. But like she has said, once there are some that were able to convince her.
Yeah, exactly.
But the ones that were not able to convince her, let's aid her to do it.
That's a good one. Okay, we'll take a break now. We'll come back, we'll continue. Vivid View. Say and do it.
This is Vivid View.